Hi, so I thought I'd do a vlog because it's Bank Holiday Monday and we have now announced the name of our new princess to this country, Charlotte Elizabeth Diana. And I just want to sort of talk about that for a second. Firstly, the royal baby has been born and it is predicted that she will bring in £1 billion in her first 10 years to the economy of this country. And that is why I love my royal family. Because not only do they bring so much to this country, they also see so much. And I look at the politicians now going out and wandering around and meeting people and finding out about what's going on, but their agenda is to get into government. They spend all that time in their lives in this last 6 weeks or 10 weeks, although the election seems to have gone on forever, going out and meeting people and finding out what's going on. The royal family have been doing that for years. They go out and know more than any of us, because their life experience is to go and see what's happening within this country. And I got a little goosebumpy actually when I heard the name Charlotte Elizabeth Diana, and for a couple of reasons. Firstly, Charlotte's a beautiful name. Elizabeth, our Queen, I think that's lovely, but I just want to talk about the Diana thing for a second. You see, Prince William, House, would have had to go and talk to his dad about that. And let's not beat around the bush here. I can't believe I'm coughing in the middle of a royal statement. Let's not beat around the bush here. I'm sure that might have been a little bit of an uncomfortable conversation. I don't know. And that's why I love my Prince Charles so much. And I say my Prince Charles because he's written me a couple of letters and they were from a very, very kind place. And that just goes to prove why he will be the next king of this country, because I'm sure that conversation may have been a little uncomfortable, but that just goes to prove the humility of the man that has sanctioned the name of his son's mum, even though their relationship perhaps wasn't that great. And I'm speculating. Well, no, I'm not speculating. We all know it wasn't that great. And that's why I love my royal family. And that's why they will reign forever. And anyone who doubts that or tries to put a pin in that, then jog on. Because I think the naming of our new princess is just wonderful. That's my royal bit, okay? So we'll just put the royal bit to bed there. I kind of got goosebumps when the name was announced. I don't know if anyone else got that. I was a bit like goosebumpy. It's a bit like, wow. And I was staring at the door, along with Kay Burley. Who got very excited, as did we all. Yeah, just, you know what? We talk about politicians and this bloody election seems to be going on for months and months and months. And yet this news arrives in the perfect time. So, not that they'll ever watch this, but congratulations, you guys. And I hope someone's buying Harry a drink. If he's not, I'll have one for him. So Roxanne yesterday and I went to see Ollie Murs with her friends, which was amazing. And on the way over, we were talking about to Roxanne, who she follows on Instagram. She pointed out she follows some of the Beckhams, some of the boy Beckhams. Dad got a little bit like, if you're going to follow anyone, right? So that was quite cool. And David Beckham celebrated his 40th birthday. Is he really 40? Wow. I think in a lot of people's eyes, he's probably still whatever he wants to be, really. So we went to see Ollie, and I just want to make a point about the X Factor. A lot of people knock our show, and they like to knock it because it's really successful. And I've been reading recently that, you know, it was the worst series last year, it was a disaster. And may I just remind everybody, we picked up a National Television Award, so it wasn't that much of a disaster. I thought it was a fantastic show last year, and I think this year will be even more amazing. And I'll tell you why. I think there's going to be some massive changes this year. I don't know, I've left, so I've no idea what the changes will be. But I know Simon, and I know he knows what the public thinks. And interestingly, I had a great conversation at my local cricket club this evening, and I started to ask some questions. I was like, so what do you think the show should be, and who are your favourite judges? And interestingly, the answers that came back were love Ollie and Caroline, love Simon, love Cheryl, didn't know what the other two judges were going to be. They didn't like the 6-chair challenge thing. And this is just normal people who watch the show. And I think it's good to listen to normal people, and I know that Simon does that a lot. But my point being is, I went to see Ollie Murs last night, and I watched a superstar performing and owning the O2, and that's a difficult room to own. You know, I've watched a lot of people come through the X Factor, and one underlying thing goes all the way through. The people who are the most successful are the ones that have a hunger, a passion, a belief, a hard-working ethic, and a place. They know the place. They have that dream they want to reach. Alexandra Burke, who personally I think, along with James Arthur, gave the greatest ever, and maybe Sam Bailey, the greatest ever X Factor final performance. I think probably Alexandra with Hallelujah tops it for me. JLS, Rebecca Ferguson, Little Mix, Marcus Collins, James Arthur, Sam Bailey, Ben Hernew, Fleur East, who I think is probably going to be a massive, massive star. Real people, Matt Cardle, Stacey Solomon, Rylan, you know what, they all came with a belief in themselves. And that's why the X Factor, for me, will be the greatest show on television, because it does make real superstars. And who would ever ignore One Direction, who went and owned the world? So I was very proud watching Ollie last night turn from someone who did gigs, who went from the X Factor, who did a tour, to someone who owned his tour. I was a very proud man watching that last night. So big up to you, Ollie. And anyone applying for the X Factor, go and take some lessons off those names I've just read, and you've got to have it in here. And that's what makes you have the X Factor. And anyone who disses that show, my show, the show I love more than anything in my life, then you don't know about telly. Really, you don't. And I think it's going to be an amazing year this year. So that concludes my vlog. I'm cooking healthy tonight. I've started eating healthy, right? So I was like chopping vegetables and making things rather than sticking things in the oven. And it's proved to have, well, I feel a lot better. Isn't that funny, right? I should listen to Davina McCall more often. So yeah, things are like working. There's like food being done in my house. So I'm going to go cook a nice stir fry tonight. I hope you have a fantastic bank holiday weekend. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to. I'm so very excited about this whole royal baby thing. I also like I like the fact that the royal family protect it, right? So they walked out the doors that we're all staring at. How many millions of people stared at those doors? I mean, I was like that. I was like staring at that Lindo Wing in Paddington. Those doors are very famous now. Still have a blue plaque. Someone should put a blue plaque above the door. That's what it means to our country. You know, I probably shouldn't post this. Who cares? I didn't get many people watching it anyway. It doesn't really matter. But you know, I'm very passionate about my royal family. Really passionate. They do so much, learn so much, and understand so much. We should listen to them more. Really, we should, rather than politicians trying to edge in for power. God save the Queen.